quick for the fall fun, some of the different things you can do to modify a photo. So if you had a picture of some of the trees and stuff that were out in the bus circle, you'll want to probably start with one of those, and we're going to try to make it look like fall even though it's not fall. I downloaded one. I'm just going to use one that I had downloaded just as an example. So I've got tree. So I've got this tree here. When it comes in, you can tell it's green. We've got green grass and everything. There is a tool, and it's called color replace. So if you click on color replace, I want to make this tree kind of some more fall colors. So I'm going to come down here to some oranges. I'm going to increase my brush size. I'm going to take it from 170. Maybe I'll go up to 440. No, that's a little too big. Let's go back down to 170. Let's try 100. Okay, so now I can kind of come through, and I'm going to start adding, maybe on this side, this seems like the lighter green side. I'm going to add little yellows, and then let's make it a little bit more orange. Hit OK. And then as we come through, I'll start adding some of these orange colors. We want to leave a little bit of green in here just so that you can tell it sort of fall is changing. And you guys can kind of have fun with that. This is with the one that's called color replace. So then maybe at the bottom here, we want to have some of these look like the leaves have started to fall. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller brush size, come down here, and we can kind of start to replace some of these colors to just sort of give that hint of like fall is coming, the green's going away. Grass will usually turn more of a yellow color in the fall. I'll make this a little bit bigger. And kind of start replacing those colors out so it starts to look a little bit more fall style. One of the other things you might want to do is maybe you want to bring in some more pumpkins and stuff. So I'm just going to look for pumpkin. And I don't want a jack-o'-lantern. I just want like a fall, maybe this little cluster of pumpkins and gourds. So you'll just copy this image, come back over. I'm going to paste it, Control V. Notice it came in kind of large. So I can find my edge here. I'm just going to scale this down. I'm going to put these somewhere down here, kind of underneath the tree, maybe in the foreground a little bit. You notice it has that white background around it. If you go to the scissor tool, click on the scissor. This is your masking tool. And I want to use a magic mask. So I'm just going to click on the white area, and it'll get rid of that. Okay. And down here, I might want to get some of those shadows, and then I'll put in my own shadows. So just click on it until you're kind of happy with it. And then I'm going to make a new layer. So I click on my background layer. I'm going to hit plus. Oops. Go plus. I'm going to go with an empty layer. So now I have my pumpkins here, and I have my background layer here with an empty layer there. So if I go back to my brush, I have a draw tool. I'm going to change this to just a regular standard, kind of a soft looking brush. I'm going to change my foreground color so that it's black. And if you have like a black is usually in the background, you can switch your foreground and your background color. This brush is way too large, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And now I'm on this layer that's below my pumpkins. I can start adding some colors, okay? I'm just going to add some shadows down here just to kind of make it look like they belong there. And see how it's sort of jaggedy right there? Now that I've got my shadow, I want to kind of fix some of that area that's at the bottom by that gourd. So if I go back to this layer, I'll go back to my mask, and I want to be a little bit more detailed. So I'm going to click on the mask, and you have up here remove from mask and add to mask. If I paint with this one, it's going to remove. If I paint with this one, it's going to add that picture back. my brush size is a little bit large, so I'm going to reduce it down. That way I can do some nice fine tuning. And then this red area is just going to show me what's going to mask. See how it got rid of that? And it made it a little bit softer. Okay, and then if I hit Command 0, you can sort of see that it's starting to sort of fall into its place. What's some other things that you guys think of in fall? I think turkeys. Let's do a wild turkey. And let's see if we can find one that's isolated. So I want a wild turkey isolated. So now I've got a couple turkeys I can throw down in there. I'm going to use, let's go to our tools. We're going to make the large. I want the size to be large. That way when I bring it in, it's a little bit higher resolution. And I like this turkey, I think. So I'll click on him. I'm going to right click. I'm going to copy that image. I'll go back over here and I'm going to paste him. He came in really big, so I need to scale him down. Okay, and then he's facing the opposite way of what I want him to sit. So if I go to image, I can do, actually I think it may be transform. So it's under edit, you go to transform. Oops, edit, transform. I'm going to flip him horizontally. That way he's sort of facing into my picture. And he's still a little bit big. I want him to look like he's kind of in the distance. It's like, ooh, are those pumpkins? And then you guys just kind of have fun with this. And when you get done, you should have a little bit more of a fall feel to it. Say you want to bring in some clouds, you can always find some clouds to bring in just to make it a little bit more interesting. And when you get done, hit save down here at the bottom. And then let's change that to a PNG and then save as, and then save that back into your drive. Okay, have fun with it. Thanks.